Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy's Doodles.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of June, 2018. And this is episode 299.
Wow.
The penultimate before 300. How are we feeling? Is everyone excited? We need to have a chat about doing something special for 300 next week.
I have no idea.
We did something with posting photos for like 250. Or was that 200?
I have no idea.
We'll look it up. That was a long time ago. 100 episodes ago. Stay tuned. Next week we'll tell you. We'll do something special for 300. Yeah. So, sorry, we get totally distracted there. We like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys.
Meh.
To all our returning viewers, and a big hi to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, no one introduced themselves this week in the Ravelry group.
Oh, no.
I know. So why don't you tell people why they should join, what they should do, what am I supposed to ask you? What they should do and why?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
You should join our Ravelry group and introduce yourself in our introductions thread, because you'll get a shout out on our next episode and be able to participate in all our owls and giveaways.
Like the currently unknown giveaway we're going to do next week for 300 episodes.
It's very warm here.
It is not comparable to the South at all, and where our families are, but we can't have, so we don't have air conditioning here. We have fans, but we can't have the fan on while we're recording, because y'all will remember a few episodes ago we had the fan on and it caused noise issues. So we're like, okay, let's get through the podcast so we can turn the fan back on. So this may be a little bit talking faster, which I know we already talk fast, so you may have to put us on like half speed to be able to hear us.
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow. Okay, well, we've quite a lot to talk about. Maybe, kind of. We have quite a few FOs. Well, not a ton. I don't know. We've got stuff to talk about, so we're going to move on and actually do that.
Now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
What is on your needles, Jeremy?
So, I didn't get anything done on my Rusty Gate socks this week, which is the French Vanilla Cappuccino Socks pattern. It's on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeter needles, and the yarn is Sarah's Texture Crafts Down and Go 4-ply in the Rusty Gate colorway. But I didn't get anything done on it because I'm knitting baby stuff for a baby shower. That's on Saturday.
So
Yeah,
tell
but
us
it's
about what you're
baby
knitting.
stuff, so it's small, so I should get it done. So I finished one of the projects, so I'll talk about that in FOs. I'm currently working on the first pair. I have no idea what that jingle was.
Me neither.
The ghost has my keys. This is the first pair of baby chino socks I'm doing. The baby chino socks are my pattern. They're on US 3s.
3.25 mil.
3.25 millimeters. The yarn I'm using, you might recognize, is Brene Softy Baby in the Baby colorway. This is the first sock. I'm almost done with the leg, and then I'll do the cuff, and then I'll do the other sock, and then I'm going to do another pair in the same size in the Prince Pebbles colorway.
Because someone's been raiding my yarn stash.
You said I could have the leftovers.
I did say she could have the leftovers.
Yes, but I can't decide. I just said I was going to do them in the baby size, but now I can't decide if I want to do them in baby or the toddler.
The other pair
Yeah.
is what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, I'm going to make them one baby one and one toddler one in the same color so they can mismatch them.
No.
And this is for a friend's baby at work who I'm calling Baby Elvis, but I learned his name is actually going to be Finn. But I want to call him Baby Elvis anyway because his parents were married by Elvis. And I just think that's cute. So, Baby Elvis. Okay, what are you working on?
Okay, so I am working on my zigzag blanket. This is the 10 stitch zigzag pattern by Frankie Brown. I'm on US 4s, 3.5 mil needles. What's the yarn I'm using right now?
I have no idea.
The chai latte one.
Round Table Yarns Merlin self-striping in the Archimedes colorway.
Sounds good. So I only have 3 more zigzags left of that, so I will have finished that stripe and cast on a new stripe by the time we record next week. I need to see if I need to wind the yarn for the next stripe or if it's already done. I will consult my official photo that I took of yarns in a order to make it be not all pink next to each other.
I'm doing the wrong thing. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was doing the wrong thing, and I was like, what?
No, I am.
So I'm also working on some baby chino socks by somebody sitting on the couch next to me on US 3.25 mil needles, and this is Brene Softy Baby in the Princess Pebbles colorway.
Wow, it's like we bought all the Brene Softy Baby.
I know. We didn't buy it all. I looked at it just the other day. This is for our friends Daniel and Rebecca that live in Scotland who are having their first baby.
Is that the baby size?
This is the baby size.
Baby, 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 oh.
I thought you were singing, baby, baby, I'm taken with the notion to love you with the deepest of devotion.
I don't know that one. I was doing Justin Bieber.
I was doing Amy Grant.
Someone's outside my window. It's all the way open so we can get some air, but I guess they're doing some work out there, so...
Because it's not pink, because she's sitting over here.
Yeah, no, she can't be jangling. She's watching birds.
And Rocky the squirrel. So this is the first one, but these are so fast to knit up. So I'm knitting that, and then I'm working still on the socks for my friend Mel, who did the photo shoot for our book, and so I'm knitting her socks. This is my French vanilla...
This is my French vanilla.
This is my French vanilla cappuccino sock pattern that you can get on Ravelry on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. This is Patton's Croy in the Cascade Colors colorway. So I finished the first one. I think I had it done last week. And I'm currently doing the heel on the second one, which I probably will take. This is probably what I'll take with me on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to school.
Dammy is going to be registering for her autumn term of classes on Friday.
So I can figure out my time schedule.
So that we can figure out when we're going to record the podcast.
And final payments.
Yes. All that fun stuff. So that is what's currently on my needles. But I do have some FOs, and you have FOs. So we should move on to the next segment, which is about FOs.
So now we're going to talk about our finished projects, because I finished things.
And several of them we don't have anymore because we've already gifted them. So we're going to put photos on the screen because y'all love that, right? Okay, Dammy, you're first.
Alright, so I knit a headband for my boss Heidi Joy's birthday, which was last week, and she loved it. It was the Rosie headband by Jane Richmond on US 4, 3.5 millimeters, and the yarn I used was Penguin Soup Emperor Sock in the Baker colorway, and I gave it to her and she loved it and she immediately put it on. And I told her that you wear it upside down so that the little tassels are at the top, like Rosie the Riveter. But she liked wearing it the other way around so that all the colors could be seen on top.
Very cool.
So she likes it. Cars.
What's going on out there?
Maintenance. Alright, and then I finished something else, which is the Bumble pattern by Tin Can Knits. This is another thing for baby Elvis. You know, the baby who's actually going to be named Finn. But this is Bumble pattern by Tin Can Knits. I said that already. It's on US 5s, 3.75 millimeters, and US 10.5s, 6.5 millimeters, which are ridiculously big.
Yes.
And I'm using Brene Softy Baby in the Baby colorway. This is it inside out,
which I prefer.
This is it right side out. So, but I'm not putting a pom-pom in it, so I'll just tell Sammy that she can do it however she wants on baby Elvis.
I like it.
But I like it this way. And I made the ends not visible so they can do it whichever way without it looking weird.
Yeah. Cool.
that's what I finished. But next week I will have 2 more pairs of finished baby socks that I will have given away.
Yes. Okay.
What did you finish?
Okay, well, the first thing I finished was a beloved bonnet for my friend Jolene's daughter Cora's first birthday.
Aww.
This is a beloved pattern by Tin Can Knits on US 6's 4mm needles, and it was Bernay Softy Baby in the Prince Pebbles colorway. And Yami and I went to her birthday party, and oh, she's so cute in her little bonnet.
So tiny.
She is very tiny. But she loved her bonnet.
The bonnet also fit her mother.
It was very stretched, very, very stretched.
It looked like it fit nicely.
So that is that. And then I finished this week's preemie hat, number 24 for the year. What's half of 56? 28?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not there yet. 24 for the year. This is my free top-down preemie hat pattern on Ravelry on US 6's 4mm needles. The yarn is Knit Picks Palette in the white colorway, Misty Alpaca Hand Paint Sock in the Birds in Paradise colorway, and Suburban Stitcher Sock in the Bashful colorway.
That's so cute.
I held the white and the Birds in Paradise color together to make the pom-pom and to do a little stripe, and the rest is the Bashful held doubled. And I love how it looks. It's so, so cute. So there's that. And then I also finished another beloved bonnet, but this time in an adult size, for my friend Mel for her birthday.
You knit this so fast.
Huh?
You knit this so fast.
Well, I was trying to, because I was late. I knew her birthday was coming, but then I spaced on the day. So I took it to her yesterday when I saw her. So again, this is the beloved pattern by Tin Can Knits on US 6's 4mm needles. And I used Lion Brand Color Waves DK in the Acorn colorway.
Acorn?
And it's so cute on her. She had it on, and her husband came in.
Are you putting the picture of her up?
Yes.
All right.
Her husband came in and was like, oh my gosh, so cute. And she was like, what? And he was like, the hat. And she's like, oh, I forgot I was wearing it. It was so cute on her. So I finished that, and she's was very excited. Hold on, I forgot to open my stash ticker to tell you where I am. I have currently knit 2,127.7 meters.
Wow.
So if I'm going to go for 7K, that leaves me at 4,872 meters to go. So these socks will be a good chunk. I've still got 12 tons of baby stuff to knit.
Everyone having babies.
Everybody's having the babies. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep going and we'll just see. I might make it, I might not, and we'll just go from there and see what happens. So, okay, well, I think we are ready to move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, Yummies. What are Yummies, Tammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies.
Wow, what's that?
How adorable is this? So, my previous Tumblr met a sad death. The handle came off, and it was very weird. It was attached only with glue. Why? Why would you do that? So I used super glue and reattached it, but then I put coffee in it and it was making the glue crack. So I got a new tumbler that just came yesterday, and it's a kitty cat with flowers. This is the Studio O tumbler. The print is the Mia Charo Fancy Flower Cat. I'll put a link in the show notes. It's from Amazon. It's very cute, and I like it. And I've already had my coffee today, so I'm drinking water out of it. So, very fun. Do you have anything else? I feel like there should be stuff in Yummies, and I don't know what it was supposed to be, and I can't think of it.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Do you have anything for Yummies?
No.
I don't have anything else either. Oh, I guess I can say a thank you to everybody who reached out after last week's episode. And me crying and Ask the Geeky Girls. Everybody who reached out was very kind, and I really appreciated it. So thank you for that. Okay. Well, I guess then we'll talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Dammy?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month. So you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like. But we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. So this month's theme is summertime and the living is easy. And we will have July's list for you next week. Yeah, so we'll release that next week. Yeah, so what are we about to show them, Dammy?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. So those are our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. You just take a look at the prompt for the day. So, for example, today when we're recording this, the prompt is summertime. You interpret it however you want. We are very cheater friendly on this. You post your photo on Instagram. Make sure in the caption you use hashtag GGKCraftyPad because that's how we find your photos, and yours might get chosen. If you have a private Instagram account and you're participating in GGK Crafty Pad, you need to make sure that Dammy's Doodles is following you because we can't see your photos unless she's following you. So if that is you, then reach out to her and she will get you taken care of. The only upcoming event I have is not until October, the English Paper Piecing 101 class that I'm taking. So all right, I think we are ready to move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
Okay, so what are you reading?
I am reading Emma by Jane Austen. I forget what percentage I'm through, but of course misunderstandings abound.
As happens every time in Emma.
Yes.
Nothing changes.
No. Sadly.
Yeah.
And I'm also reading The Glass Scientists, which is a webcomic by Sabrina Coutinho.
Cool. Are you getting your 15 minutes a day in?
Yes.
Awesome. What am I referring to?
The April, May, June round.
This is coming to a close.
Wow.
Like in 10 days? Is there 30 days in June?
I don't know.
How many ever days are in June? I know y'all are singing the song to me. I never can remember the song. So the challenge for this is to read for at least 15 minutes a day, every day. And there's a finish line thread where you edit your post and you make one post and then you edit it to update it. As this is coming to a close, you need to remember to make sure and get your final days posted by, see, now I have to look because I need to tell them. Okay, so yes, there's 30 days. By next Saturday, the 30th of June, because on Sunday morning, the 1st of July, when I get up, I will lock the thread and you won't be able to edit it after that. And then we will go through and if you do at least 88 of the 91 days, there'll be one or more giveaways for one of our ebooks. And everybody who finishes that will get 20% off a single pattern coupon code for our Ravelry store and a virtual badge. If you finish at least 61 of the 91 days, but not 88, you will be entered in one or more giveaway for any of our single patterns, and you'll also get a virtual badge. If you want to post about what you're doing on social media, you can use the hashtag GGKROW18. And I think we decided that we're going to go ahead and continue, so do a July, August, September?
Yeah.
Okay. So we will get that all set up for you here in the next week so that that'll be ready to go. Okay, I finished reading How to Make Disease Disappear by Rangan Chatterjee, which is in the UK is called The 4-Pillar Plan. It was pretty good. Some of it was stuff that like I was already doing, like I already drink way more water than he even was suggesting. There was other things that I can't think of right now. So, I mean, it was an interesting book, but I had heard it talked through on my friend Tara and Julie's podcast. And so, some of the stuff I already knew before I started reading the book, but that is what it is. I'm now reading From Mom to Me Again, How I Survived My First Empty Nest Year and Reinvented the Rest of My Life by Melissa Schultz. I have like half of the final section left. It was like in 4 parts, and then there was like sections within each part, so I'm in the last part. It's okay. Yeah. If you are about to go through Empty Nest, check it out and see what you think. I'm continuing to reread Harry Potter and the Sorcerer/Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling while listening to Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast. I finished reading books 3 through 5 of the Callahan Garrity mystery series by Mary Kate Andrews, writing as Kathy Hogan Trocek. And then I stopped because my hold came in for the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas for book 3. I don't have a lot left of book 3. And then I've already got book 4 waiting for me to read. So I'm enjoying that. This one feels a little bit different because she's jumping between like 3 different storylines. But you never know from one chapter to the next which storyline she's going to do. Mm. So that's a little bit confusing because I'm like, wait, what are we doing here now? Okay, watching. I watched the Haley Dean Mysteries: A Marriage Made for Murder Hallmark movie. And it was pretty good. I have a couple more movies I need to watch. Things have just been a little bit crazy around here. We finished watching season 1 of Star Trek Discovery. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, it'll be interesting to see where they go now that we have seen the Enterprise. With Christopher Pike as the captain. I had to look up and see who they had playing Christopher Pike, and I can't remember who it was.
Someone broody and angular.
Yes, that is very true. And so since we finished that, we started watching season 1 of Timeless. We've only watched the first episode, but it was intriguing to me. Mm-hmm. It's got, I can't remember his name from ER in it, as a bad guy, supposedly. We'll see if that's how it turns out. The husband and I both at like the same moment looked at each other and were like, doesn't this remind you of 7 Days? Did y'all ever watch that series? 7 Days. So the concept was they had this time machine where they could send somebody back, but only 7 days to correct something wrong that had happened.
Right. The world's wrongs.
So, but the look of the time machine is very similar to what is in this Timeless. So, yeah. So we'll see. We've only watched the first episode of it, so we'll see what we think. I started watching series 4 of Poldark. A new election has been called for, and Imelda's brothers were given a reprieve from being hung.
Hanged.
Hung. Right? Hanged? Hung. Hanged. It's not hung. Hung's not a word.
It is a word. I don't think that's not the right tense.
Oh, okay. I have another episode to watch. I haven't watched it yet. Do you want to talk about the next one?
Sure. This is like the sparsest TV we've had
in a long time.
And very boring too, it seems like. So Colony Season 3, things seem awesome in their new positions in Seattle, but something just doesn't add up. Where are the new people? What are they doing with them? Ugh.
Yeah. I'm watching Series 3 of Humans. Mia's going to address the commission. I'm trying to figure out who the lady who copied Maddie's computer is and why she did that. And she was on like the phone with somebody, but we don't know who it was.
Ring, ring.
And why is Stanley going to kill the family?
Who's Stanley?
Stanley is the AI. Or the...
Isn't this show full of AIs?
Yes. He is the one that has been assigned to the family because the mom is on this commission, and so it's witness protection, but apparently he's going to try to kill the family.
Maybe that's his job.
I don't know. Okay, you talk about the last two.
Sure. So we had the Season 3 finale of Supergirl, Win and Mon-El went back to the future. And Alex is now the DEO chief. And everyone knows that James is the Guardian. And Lena still has some of the black rock that I can't spell, and I searched for it, and I still can't figure out how to spell it, so.
Yeah. So, I'm sad that Win is leaving, but you said he's going to be back, just not as a regular.
Yeah, he'll be back in the next season, just not as a regular, but he hasn't had any news on what he might be doing next that is theater.
Yeah, I'm thinking he must be going back to do something on Broadway.
Broadway.
Because he's been in lots of stuff. Newsies, yes.
Oh, and Elementary is me too.
Yes.
Elementary, Season 6. So, Sherlock is surprisingly chipper after his 3 months in Vermont.
Yes, because
it must have been beautiful there.
All that snow.
All that snow. Oh, we don't know what season he is there.
No, we don't.
In the show timeline. But Joan is on the path to adopt a baby, but the mother who was staying with her decided to keep her baby, and now she's sad.
Yeah.
I had to rewatch the last scene because I could not hear what was going on. But they were watching a sad movie together.
Yeah, because she was sad. So, okay, I've listened to a little bit of Sarah Bareilles' playlist that you made me on Spotify. I've been continuing my binge listen of my favorite murder podcast. I have like 9.5 episodes left out of 200. All that murder. So I made it to...
All that murder.
I made it to the point where, okay, so they had a live show. It was a recording of a live show, but it wasn't a regular show. They were on a book tour panel with Patton Oswalt and I can't think of the other two guys' names, because Patton's wife, who has passed away, Michelle McNamara, wrote this book about the Golden State Killer. And so they were on this book tour, and then while the book tour, so Karen and Georgia from My Favorite Murder were on this panel with them at this book signing. And then a couple of episodes later, they are recording like the day that the Golden State Killer was arrested. And now I'm a few episodes past that. But as they were talking about that, I mean, it was like really, I mean, so the book tour was like still going on. Mm-hmm. And so it was crazy. But so they were talking more about Michelle McNamara's book, which is called I'll Be Gone in the Dark. And there was, as part of the book tour, there was a 3-part podcast put out about, like, you get to hear some from Michelle, like some recordings that have been done from Michelle prior to her passing. But then also like the other people that helped finish her book, and Patton is on it, and the editor is on it, and so it was just real interesting to hear like the process that happened, because she had not finished writing the book when she passed unexpectedly. So like how they put it together. So now I have not read the book. I have put it on hold for me at the library, but there's a massive hold list.
Yeah.
But they have said repeatedly on the My Favorite Murder podcast not to read it at night alone because it is scary.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering now, since so I know that I have the next regular episode after I finish the one I'm listening to is the crime journalist Billy Jensen comes on the show for an update, and Paul Holes, who was like one of the investigators, comes on the show for an update as well. So, and that is from an episode at the end of May. So, I'll be interested to listen to that one and see where, but I'm kind of sad that I'm going to have to then listen to them as they're released in real time. But it's been very intriguing, but I've had to be careful and not listen to the podcasts at night alone when the hubs is working overnight and I'm by myself.
I'm here.
Well, I know, but I'm by myself in bed and I get creeped out.
But I'm here.
I know you're here.
I'm here for you.
And
I'll beat a killer with a baseball bat. You don't have a baseball bat.
We don't have a baseball bat.
I'll beat a killer with something heavy.
We have pointy needles.
These ones aren't super pointy.
Mine are pointy.
I would take some of your higher sharps.
Yeah, like these. These are my high sharps.
Use the Cabaloza Garrote.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Family Friendly Show.
Very family friendly. All that murder.
Only murder.
What have you listened to?
I didn't listen to any of Cabin Pressure. I've just been listening to random Spotify playlists.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'm really not sure what Pink is doing.
She's seeing something in the window track.
I wonder if it's like an ant or something.
I'm gonna go see what she's doing.
We should move on to the next segment.
And now we're going to talk about our June, July, August.
Summertime and the living is easy.
Ow.
That's right. So this started the 1st of June and runs through the 31st of August. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince us is related to summer. What's the fallback?
You made it in the summer.
That's right. Even if you're in the southern hemisphere and it's winter there, we still count it. We still count it. It's all good. All good. So no whips are allowed. You have to start your project the 1st of June or later and finish it by the 31st of August. Every project that you finish and post in the FO thread is one entry into the giveaways, unless your project uses less than 20 yards, 18.3 meters of yarn.
Run!
Okay, so we're totally going off what we're talking about here. Pink Pearl, our kitty cat, is obsessed with the hubs. She cries when he leaves to go to work. She's very sad. She blocks the door and won't let him out.
And she comes crying to us.
Yes.
Because we're the only 2 people left.
So she's our kitty, but he's her favorite human.
Yeah, so, he's sleeping right now, but he just came out from the bedroom, and she heard him, and she immediately started going to go get him.
Because she wants pets. He told me the other day he was sitting at the kitchen table, and she went under the table between his feet, put her paws up on his thighs, and looked up at him and was like, "Oh,
I am waiting. Do not keep your royal kitty waiting."
She loves him a lot. And he's not a cat person, but he's a Pink Pearl almond person.
He's a cute person, though.
He just doesn't know it yet. Pink, are you waiting for Bubba? Jingle, 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 jingle.
That means yes in Pink code.
That's funny. Okay. If your project uses less than 20 yards, 18.3 meters of yarn, you need to group multiple, 2 or more, projects that total at least 20 yards, 18.3 meters of yarn, and post all those in one post in the FO thread, and that'll be one entry into the giveaways.
Yeah.
If you're confused about any of that, post in the chatter thread or PM us, and we'll be glad to help you. Feel free to poly dip another Alice as long as it meets the rules. We have lots of lovely prizes on the screen right now. A big thank you to everyone who is supporting us by donating a prize. If you would like to know more about the prizes, you can go to
geekygirlsknit.com,
where you can see photos, larger photos, and links and everything. And we also talk about the prizes in detail on the first podcast of every month.
Yeah.
You have to be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast group on Ravelry to participate. The social media hashtag is hashtag GGK Summertime 18. We will lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of September and draw for winners on the next podcast after that. You'll have 30 days to claim your prize if you are a winner or you forfeit it. There's a chatter thread in the Ravelry group where you can talk to everybody else about what y'all are working on. And Dammy also gives a shout out there to people who finished their finished projects. But she also does a shout out here on the podcast. So Dammy, why don't you give a shout out?
All right. Auntie Knits a Lot, Deodore 4, Frymeister, JP Music 15, Knit Central, Knit Live Love, Knitter Chow, Little Angel SG2, Mystery Sewer, Phoenix Fire, Restrauss, Shirley Knits 123, and BT Kimmy Kim.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects, and you might be a winner in September. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we try to answer them.
This is going to be a show and tell, Ask the Geeky Girls.
Wow!
So why don't you ask the question, Dammy?
All right. This week's question is from Marianne, who is Knit Central from Massachusetts.
Do you see your cat? She's like wondering what's going on with the paper towels.
They're floating in the wind
There's
of the fan.
there's a roll of paper towels sitting on the kitchen table, and it's like unrolled a little bit, and the ceiling fan is on in there, and it's making it blow. And she's like, "Ooh, what is this?"
Cece.
Yes.
I was wondering if you have any tips on making small pom-poms. I have pom-pom makers in several sizes, but you can see where the yarn is tied around the other strands on the pom-poms I make for baby hats. That's hyphenated. I've tried to use...
It's not hyphenated, it's the
cursor. For baby hats, I've tried using thread to tie the pom-pom, but it seemed to slip off the yarn. My larger pom-poms look better.
Okay, so I use the Clover pom-pom makers to make pom-poms.
It's itty bitty.
And so the size that I almost always use for preemie hats is the 35 millimeter size, which is the pale
So tiny.
pink one. So here is my strategy for how I make them work. I use all the pom-poms I make, I tie with a fingering weight. This is just an undyed skein of yarn that I've just tossed in. So I use a fingering weight to tie off everything. And the way that I tie it off, it's 3 ties. Okay? So pretend like I've wound the yarn. If you haven't seen these pom-pom makers before, what happens is they fold out like this.
What?
So they're these little half circle things. So you wrap your yarn around this one until it's full in the middle, and then you fold it in, cut your yarn, do it around the other way, cut it, fold it in. Okay, so now we're to this point. Then you use super sharp scissors. I use my great-grandmother's scissors that are from
Pennies.
made in Italy.
Oh, wow.
And yes, I do have Hermione's wand attached to it, just because. So I use super sharp scissors, and you go through this little part right here. You go through and you cut your yarn on both sides. It's not flipping it up. Okay, so we're to that point. Then what I do is I take a strand of the fingering weight yarn, and first I put it up through one side, all the way around to the other side, and then I tie it once.
This is going to be a mess on your pom-pom maker.
It's going to be fun. So I tie it once. So I've just tied it right there at the top. And then I take my threads and I go back the other way, so that I'm on the opposite side now, and I tie it once. And I'm trying to tie. Hello, tie. What am I doing? I can't tie. Tie it once. and then I tie it again.
Wow.
And then what you do is you undo your Geekies, you pull it apart, and the pom-pom will have been there. And so you can see on here, you can't see where that thread is. Let me see if I can even like find. Okay, there it is.
You get down way to the middle.
So do you see right there? That's where it's tied. But by tying it one way and then flipping it and tying it the other way and doing it twice so it's a knot, it holds it in place without. There's my pom-pom maker. There it is. Without letting it be seen. And that's how I tie it on all of them. And I always use this fingering weight thread yarn to tie it, and they stay together. Every once in a blue moon, I'll have a pom-pom that just is like, what the crap, what did I do? But it doesn't happen very often anymore now that I'm tying them all with this fingering weight yarn. I'm trying to untie the knot that I made so that I can use this yarn for next week's preemie hat. Pom-pom for next week's preemie hat. So that is what I do, is tie it. I use the fingering weight yarn and I tie it 3 times. Once up this way, flip it over again, and then a knot, and that holds the pom-pom in place. And Clover makes tons and tons of sizes. Actually, I think it's 7 sizes. This is the tiniest one, this purple one, which is, I don't even...
So itty bitty.
It is. I don't even see the size on it.
Oh,
there it is. It's 25 millimeter. And it goes all the way up. I don't make this size very often. To 115
millimeters.
And that is an epic pom-pom.
That's
and
a hat by itself.
I know. It takes a lot of yarn to make this pom-pom. But it's got all these different sizes in between. There's that.
See that? It's more reasonable.
There's this one. There's this one. This is the size. This one or this one is usually what I use on an adult size hat.
Green, I think, is more reasonable.
And for a child hat, either the green or the yellow.
Yellow.
And then there's also a darker pink one that is...
Isn't that the one you just had?
Oh, wait, is that the one I showed? No, I showed a purple
35?
one. No, this is 20.
Oh.
There's 2 pink ones. There's a bright pink and a pale pink.
Oh, so the 20 is the smallest, not the 25. Purple's 25.
I thought the purple was 15.
You said 25.
Oh, it is 25. The pink is the smallest one, the dark pink.
Itty bitty.
It's
for
20.
Making little pom-pom garlands.
Yeah. So there's all different sizes that you can use, but most of the time I do the pale pink. The, what did I say it was? 35 for preemie hats. And there you go. That is how I make my pom-poms stay together. I hope that was helpful, Marianne. Yeah, that's the trick, is fingering weight yarn, tie it once, flip it over, tie it again, and then tie it a 3rd time to make the knot. And I usually pull pretty tight on it. I mean, you don't want to pull so tight that you snap the yarn, but I usually pull pretty tight before I flip it and then pull it pretty tight again, just to, because you want it to take up the smallest amount of space available. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for the question, Marianne. I hope that was helpful for everyone. Dammy, if somebody has a question for us, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
That's right. All right, let's move on to the next segment. We made it to the end of the show. I think this is shorter than the last few weeks has been.
Yeah.
Primarily because it's hot and we're trying to get through so we can turn the fan on. Yeah. I don't think we have any announcements.
Nope.
Once we know your course schedule and everything, we probably can figure out if we're going to have to change recording schedule or not.
Yeah.
But we have time for that because you don't leave for... Oops, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. 91 days. 91 days. 91 days. All right, well, we'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the podcast, however you do that. Even watching is supporting. Thumbs up on YouTube, subscribing on iTunes and leaving a review, participating in the Ravelry group. There's lots of ways to participate and to support the podcast. But especially thank you to those of you who support us financially, because it does cost money to make the podcast happen. There are 3 main ways that you can do that if you want to support financially. Do we give love to people who supported us? There you go, love. So the first is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount a month to your favorite creatives, and you get rewards based on what level you donate at. If you'd like to know more about that or want to sign up, go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsknit.
What's another way?
There's a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you would like to make a one-time donation.
And we are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you click through our site first, we get a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast by doing what you would be doing anyway. Well, with that, I think we're going to... Oh, wait, you damn me.
What?
Tell them where to find us online.
You can find us at geekygirlsknit.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
Yes. And now with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. Pink Pearl is having a bath. We hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of your week. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Drink your water. There's water in this right now. There's not coffee because I already had 2 tumblers full of coffee. Stay hydrated because, yeah, you don't need heat stroke in the midst of an already hot summer. And happy knitting, and we will talk to you again next week. Bye.
Bye.
A 1, a 2, 3. You didn't do it, Pink. What's going on? Come on, chase your ball.
Okay, are you ready?
A 1, a 2, 3. Go, 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 go. Yes. Good girl. Did you find your ball? Oh, my Dammy's shoes. Hi, baby. Say hello. Pink. Want to do it again? You want to do it again? You want to do ball again? One more time? Okay, are you ready? 1, a 2, 3. Oh, you got it. Good girl. Where is it? Oh, good girl. Hi, baby. Hi. Pink. Hi, baby. Okay, you done?
Smell the camera. Smell the camera.
Pink.
Smell the camera. Smell the camera.
Say bye.